This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
On to an issue that tens of millions of Americans struggle with. The tables turn eventually, and many of us end up parenting our parents. Jane Wolf Waterman wrote a book about the topic, and she joins us now this morning. Good morning to you, and thank you for coming in.
Good morning, Carolee. Delighted to be here.
So your book, is just something that probably either we need or someone we know needs or we will eventually need. Yet, there isn't a lot of information about this topic. You can see the name of the book right there. We are parenting our parents at some point. Why do you think if this is such a common phenomenon that there's so little out there?
Well, I'm not sure exactly why there's so little out there, but I noticed when I was trying to do this in the beginning that there was very, very little, and there hasn't been, and that's why I've written this book.
And you did this for 10 years, right?
Yes, I did. And 1 in 4 American families is facing something they really don't know how to do. It's not just the absence of money and programs and services, but we're now taking on a different role in life. We're getting in there with people who took care of us, who don't often want us to know, so they often hide some of their disabilities. And there are very few norms how somebody should be their age. How should a 73-year-old woman should she still be able to drive her car or live in a building where she has to go upstairs 2 flights of stairs in the cold winter's days? We don't know how to do this, and we're faced with a series of incredible challenges that I'd like people to experience as a journey of love.
Well, yeah, there's no rule book and very few guidebooks. Yours may be one of the only ones. So there's an incredible wealth of information in there. And important to note as well that there's an interactive way that you can become involved, and it's through your website. Can you pass that on just so folks can get involved?
It's called parentingourparents.org, and the purpose of it is to really connect people up who have the challenges and who've been doing this, so that we have a global community of people sharing with each other how they've found solutions to these problems, so that those solutions can then be brought into the challenges of each and everybody's family.
And you mentioned when to take the keys away, when to maybe move mom or dad to your home or to another place. I mean, there are just so many big questions that don't always have answers, and it's just so tough to do that without a support system, isn't it?
Absolutely, and there's a cycle that goes on from the beginning. It doesn't usually happen all at once, although people may come home for visiting their parents and find a chaotic situation with illness and dirty homes and bills that haven't been paid, maybe electricity's even been turned off. And you have to figure out how to face some of the resistance in your own parents, face some of the resistance in yourself that maybe you don't want to take this challenge
There's
on.
a lot to overcome. It can seem pretty overwhelming. So the book is so important. Again, we're parenting our parents. Jane Wolf Waterman, thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to check out the website when I get a second.
Thank you very much for having me
information.
here.